I give you. Okay, are you tired? I'm tired. We're about halfway through. Let's take a break. Okay, now that we're refreshed, let's round up the lineup. The rest of the fourth line, I have no idea. Nah. Interrupted by me frantically looking back at them and going, "Shut up! What are you, brand new to Leaf fandom? Don't you know what you're doing?" They didn't know then, but in the intermission between the third period and overtime, they learned.
Every game, I watch the Maple Leafs lose while eating pizza with meat underneath the cheese.
Oh, hey guys, take it easy. Don't everyone try to hop back on the bandwagon at once.
Once, twice, 3 times on Mason, and a fluky goal by Shea Weber equal. I'll never do that again.
You know the one thing the Leafs are missing? Star goalie? No. Big defenseman? No. A goal horn. Can I just say, every time the New York Islanders score a goal at home, Dane Cook was right. I just want to punch a baby. I hate that sound.
What are your thoughts on getting fired today?
It was a rough season. I'm also gonna work on the length of my pauses, and I just, you know what? I did my best, okay? Andrew Raycroft fell asleep on the bench how many times? Oh my God! And Kavina couldn't stop the puck to save his life!
And to be honest, I don't really feel that well. And it looks like ass outside. No, literally, look. Wait a minute.
Larry, get down from there! That's disgusting!
Okay, boys and girls, let's review. How many goals did the Leafs score in the Big Apple? 1. 2. 4. I can't fit that many. There's no joke here. This is a very good apple. You know why he was number 24? It's because he plays on a line with Ian White, and he's number 7. And you just moved 24/7. Leave Brian McCabe alone.
Huh? You see that? Oh, you gotta love him. Don, I understand you have some... Now look, this Ovechkin guy, I tell you. We didn't discuss that, but go ahead. Okay, now look, I wanted to show you guys something. We got the clip? Okay, roll it. There's no clip. Anyhow, the guy's running around scoring. Oh, hey, look at me. Jumping around. Actually happy when he scores a goal. Makes me sick. Why is that? Look at him running around smiling. It's a European sport now. Canadians don't smile. Now, Don, on to the issue of fighting. Okay, now let me tell you about Bobby Orr. It's fighting, Don. Bobby Orr didn't fight, Don. Alright, now let's go. How much time? We got like 20 seconds. Okay, now look, you kids out there, you know, you gotta use your padded equipment. They got this plastic equipment out there nowadays. You break your head with that. Don't be gutless. That's a plastic bottle. Hey, toasted tastes better. Coach's Corner on Hockey Night in Canada. That game was like a tranquilizer dart to the neck. I got news for you. 2 Red Bulls and a pot of coffee couldn't jazz up a 5-1 loss to the Sabres. Tonight, they are breaking their silence. Exclusively here on this YouTube channel, we have a one-on-one interview with the officiating crew from tonight's Leafs-Coyotes game. And we'll start with this one. Thank you for joining us. How do you justify not calling that in overtime? I am being calm. You're deflecting. I am letting you speak. I'm absolute. Go ahead. That's not that's not what I asked. What I asked is how do you justify not calling that in overtime? You won't answer that. Okay, so how do you justify not calling anything at any other point in the game? Oh, there was nothing. There was nothing? When did Michael Bunting become the new Nazem? You said, what about my mom? Oh, but the Dark Knight's goal streak grows to 7. How did he do that for 3 films? It's a modern art masterpiece. Life's going good. You're relaxing. You're chilling at home. And then they kick down the door. If you always watch LFR, if you're a subscriber, great to see you again. If you only show up to my videos where the Leafs blow a 4-1 lead, well, you've been here about half a dozen times. 7 if you include David Ayers. Hello, David! All right, let's get the formalities out of the way. Leafs lose 5-4 in overtime to the Colorado Avalanche, and I lose 5-4 in overtime to producer Drew. I lose 5-4 in overtime to producer Drew. Look at this. Look at it. This isn't some beast. Letary is 5'11", 185 pounds, and Dermott's got his hands on him like, you ever move furniture with someone who's not helping? You're carrying it and they just sort of have their hands on the furniture. Move the furniture! What's your secret to staying sane? What the hell are you asking me for, Steve? Oh, I don't know, Steve. You seem like the expert. Oh, yeah, do I, Steve? Secret to staying sane. First time? Victory puppies. Did you get a haircut? It's my thumb. Leafs win! 6-5 over the St. It was the St. Louis Blues, was it? Feels like this calls for something. You know, like it's a goal they can really build on. Hey guys, it's John Tavares, the captain of your Toronto Maple Leafs. And this is another edition of Building IKEA Furniture with John Tavares, the captain of your Toronto Maple Leafs. A lot of you have been asking where I've been, and the answer is in Toronto because I'm the captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs. In the drive-thru tomorrow, pay for the person behind you. Just be prepared that their order might be big. That happened to me once, but whatever, I felt good about it. We're gonna do this as fast as possible. So you know what it's like to go through my mind. Because Leaf, this is nonsense. It's nonsense what they do to me. What they do to us. Leaf fans are a little extra. That's like, oh, deers are so jumpy. Yeah, they're eaten by everything. Hey, man, I think you got him.
You want what he's having? No. That's what I thought. Justice for Gotham.
Finn Mania. Why is this team the way that they are? I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what I want? I want everyone to acknowledge that they are the way that they are. We're not making this up. It's not in our heads. We read a tweet on the podcast today where the Bruins, the other day, they blew a 3-1 lead to the Colorado Avalanche. And oh my God, the world wasn't burning down as a result. Do not gaslight me! Oh, the Bruins, they did it once! Tell me when they do it 5 out of 7 times! There have been some accusations out there. This was around the Canucks. There have been some accusations out there that the media craves negativity. Oh yeah? I make videos about the Toronto Maple Leafs whether they win or they lose. And I don't know if you've seen the view counts on the videos, but I'm not the one watching them all. It's you who watches the losses more than the wins. So before you go blaming the media, go and look at yourself. I almost fell into the camera. But again, whoa. Defend the lead? No. Kylo! More! I gotta say, Tom Wilson, at the ref, that dude always looks confused because you have to respect a brand. Tom Wilson, Brad Marchand, when was the last time you saw them on camera go, you know what? I deserve that penalty. Or any player, really. As they're skating over to the box, they just pat the ref on the back and they go, you know, I respect it. So here, someone who actually watched it.
I think that was a jet. What the fuck?
But instead,
less than 3 minutes into the period, William Nylander says, "Don't you worry, you sweet little boy." And I said, "Promise?" And you know what he said next? Nothing. He just winked at me, sped off, and scored a goal at the other end of the ice. And after he scored, he came back down to my end, and he slammed the glass, and he was giving me a high five. And I said, "Willie, is this only happening inside my head? Is this real?" And he responded, "Stephen, of course it is happening inside your head, but why on earth should that mean that it is not real?" And then before I woke up, I think he said trans rights, which I thought was cool. This guy said a wake up! Yeah, in the same way that every day I think I'm gonna be waking up to this! Oh, hockey team on planet Earth. None of them are like this one. The Leafs won 10-7 in a game they were winning 7-2 at the beginning of the third, and they came this close to letting the Red Wings tie it. Yo! I really hitched my wagon to this. Yo, this is my gig forever. But the Dark Knight's goal streak. But the Dark Knight's gold. Justice for Gotham. We have fun, Drew. Decade! We're gonna calm down. We're gonna... No, it's okay, it's okay. Everyone gather around. Shh. I'm gonna tell you a ghost story. Who likes ghost stories? I said who likes ghost stories? There's no one else in this room that we know of. There was once a young Leaf fan. The year is 2013. The latest NHL lockout has proven long and gruesome. And the winter has grown cold. And that young Leaf fan said, "I would give anything for the lockout to end and for the Leafs to make the playoffs." "Anything?" a voice asked from the shadows. "It shall be so," said the voice before returning to the void. And make the playoffs the Leafs did. Nobody knew how because they got outshot pretty much every night, but they did. It brought the young fans such joy. But with the Leafs down 3-1 in the series against the mighty Bruins, the fan grew greedy. "I would give anything just to see the Leafs make it to 7. "Anything?" a voice called from the dock. "Yes, I don't care what the Leafs do as long as they push it to 7. "It shall be done," said the voice once more. And like that, the Leafs won Game 5. What's more, the Leafs took Game 6 on the wings of the Angel James. "I've never been this happy," cried the fan as the Leafs sat on a 4-1 lead in the third period of the 7th game. "Well, then I've held up my end of the bargain," cried the voice. And like that, the Leafs' lead turned to dust. The next year, the Leafs returned to their playoff spot. This winter much colder than the one before, but the strength of the Maple Leafs warmed the fans' heart. Maybe, just maybe, this will make up for last year's Game 7. "Think again," said the voice, as the Leafs plummeted down the standings with the fans' hopes and dreams. "Why do you torment me so, demon?" cried the boy. Whispered the demon. "Because you're a Leafs fan." That's how I feel with the stupid-ass friggin' Kirk Black Magic